All right, let's see if this is going. All right, does this work? Are we on? Are we going live? Oh my goodness! After last week's technical issues, that was fun. Okay, let me just share this on Facebook. Here we go. Share. Share, share, share. Okay. Sharing is caring. All right. And do a page. Okay. All right. Done and done. Okay. Not sure if Twitch is streaming okay. All right. Okay. How you guys doing? He's got a sphere on his nose. All right, that's fun. Let's change that a little bit. Let's go to thumbnail and shrink this down a little bit. All right. Hey David, how's it going, Neil? How you guys doing? So today's interesting because I was thinking about doing so my buddy Adam Manoa, he drew up this amazing, really funny version of a coronavirus like character. I thought it was hilarious, but I think people are starting to get burnt out on this whole thing and scared and all that kind of stuff. So I decided I'd rather do a sculpt of a more of an uplifting character and more funny and that kind of stuff. So I've been watching Gravity Falls with my kids lately. It's a lot of fun, and I loved this deputy guy on the show. He had these giant ears and this little weak chin and this funny hat, and he has this interesting relationship with the sheriff. so so I thought I would sculpt him instead. He's a lot of fun. So yeah, let's do that today, and I hope everybody is doing well considering these crazy times. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by making his this head shape, this crazy head shape he's got. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm not really going to add primitives too much. Well, except for like his nose and his ears, but as far as his jaw is concerned, I'm just going to kind of work through it. So I apologize, Rustlin. I do not understand. I wish I did. I wish I spoke other languages. Okay, so I'm going to start by, I'm going to actually build his mouth out. Is this not, oh, okay, I see. I'm a little off as far as my symmetry is going, so let's start that anew. There we go. That's better. Give him a puppet mouth. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to subdivide this once. Oh, Neil. Yeah, we're all kind of there, buddy. We are. It's been a crazy year. Okay. Feels like it just won't let up, huh? Jeez. Okay, there we go. So now I have more geometry to work with this mouth. Gonna kind of pull it back in space a bit. Then I'll see what ZRemesher gives me. Yeah, that's true. That was a good one. So yeah, so Adam did that toilet paper. He also did that virus. It was pretty funny. I don't know. I think people are beyond burned out on the whole thing. So I didn't want to keep it going, I'm just gonna give a polygroup to these guys, and then hit auto groups to these two. There we go. And I wonder if I can get, yeah, sure, let's do that. Whoop, same color. There we go. That's better. All right, so now if we do keep groups and hit Z remesher, it'll keep those groups and be better. So yeah, pretty good. All right, let's go up in density a little bit. Okay. Hey, what's up, Marty? How you doing, man? How is this streaming over on Facebook? Nice loops. Thank you. Give him a little bit more of a throat. There we go. Okay. And let's get him that crazy nose on there. I think with this nose, I'm not going to use the appendage. I'm going to actually do a sphere. Now, when you pull out an object like this and push it back in, it actually does that. So, oh, thank you, Neil. Speaking of which, I am running a small promotion on my course right now. Just because everybody's at home, I decided to give everybody a little bit of a discount, and I'm currently doing 10% off if you use the coupon code BESAFE, like BESAFE, all caps. 10% discount. Not too crazy, just enough that if you were thinking about it and you wanted to do it, it's a good time while you're stuck at home. You can head on over to 3dcharacterworkshop.com, that same link, and check it out there if you're interested. Oops, it's already where I want it. This guy's looking an awful lot like a Muppet, which is kind of funny. Yeah, kind of looks like Beaker a little bit. Except for, does Beaker have ears? I'm trying to remember. He might have ears. Me. Right. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised how much I enjoy the Gravity Falls. I like that show quite a bit. It's pretty funny because it has some adult humor in there too, mixed in, so it's not just a bunch of it's those cartoons that are just they're cut like really fast, and the action's really fast, and it's like, hey, look at me, you know, all the time. It just drives me bonkers. So Gravity Falls is kind of a nice slower take on it. Goodness, I think I'm going to just go ahead and Dynamesh, or not Dynamesh, Sculptris Pro this, just to get some more of these loops in there. And his head is skinnier. So let's make his head skinnier. Okay, and then let's give him that neck. Because I was thinking about doing some masking on his ear and doing a mask or edge loop mask border, but I changed my mind. Wasn't doing exactly what I wanted it to. And then his head is much taller. have to get that hat on there to get an idea how much space is in between the nose and the hat on the top of his head. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I need to message my wife really quickly. Okay. Oh, goodness. Sorry, guys. I got to take this really fast. I apologize. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, guys. Super important phone call I had to take. Anyway. All right, we're back. Thanks for your patience, by the way. Okay. Okay. Also yes, so I have my kids doing online school anyway, so they're already here anyway, so it's kind of no difference, and I work from home anyway. So the biggest change for me personally is just not being able to go out and about and like grocery shop and things like that and visit family and friends and things. So but other than that, it's kind of as as usual for me, which is kind of it's good. It doesn't really jar my kids too much because they're already on that schedule. So yeah, it's good. Whoops, no. Okay, so I'm going to subdivide this once, get rid of the lower. So now we have more geometry, and I'm actually going to try and do my loops now. So let's see if I have enough geometry. I may or may not. Okay. Okay, so now what we need to do, I want to get the eyes in there and then split them off. He looks such like a clown right now, it's funny. His eyes are very close together. So let's get that split unmasked points. Oh, both of these, there we go. He's gonna look worse before he looks better, that's for sure. So it looks like they barely touch, and they're in his head, something like this. Let's subdivide them a couple times just for funsies. There we go. Yeah, I think that works compared to his nose. I need to shape that nose better. I think I might leave his nose separate as well. Yeah. So to do that, since it's not masked, what you can do is isolate it. Oh, looks like the ears are in the same poly group as it. So let's do auto groups. Hey guys, I don't know why I want to refresh this. It's not, it doesn't seem to be updating as quickly. Thanks, Neil. Yep. Okay. Okay, so what I did was I hit auto groups, which puts every object into its own group, but I need the ears to be in the same group, so I'm just going to hide that nose, hit Control W, and it put them in the same group, like so. And now I can mask that nose off and use the same split to unmask points and put the nose in its own subtool. Now I can go in here and just edit it to make it look a little bit better, a little bit more like that guy's nose. Really. And I don't know if you guys saw the news or not, if it was on your local news or not, but here in Utah we had as if the virus wasn't enough, we also had an earthquake that was about 30 miles north of where I live. So it's been even a little more crazy than just the virus here. And we keep having aftershocks. So it was a pretty big earthquake. It crumbled some bricks off some older buildings. No one was hurt. And of course there's no tsunami since we're landlocked here. So it's just, you know, it's just another thing to concern yourself about is all. But I'm just hoping that it's done and there's no more. Friends of mine lived near the epicenter and they said it was pretty crazy. So anyway, yeah, all sorts of fun things happening. Okay, let's pull this top of the ear away from the head so the connection point is lower. And what was interesting, you know, one of the most famous things that Utah is known for, Salt Lake City is known for, is the Salt Lake City Temple downtown, and the earthquake knocked so there's a statue on top of the temple, and he's holding a trumpet, like a one piece trumpet, and it knocked that out of his hand, which is pretty crazy. That temple's almost as old as the state. So pretty crazy. Yeah, that's very true, David. Very true. Okay, so I'm gonna pinch. It's gonna sound funny, but I'm gonna pinch his lips. So let's go lower the intensity. I just thought this guy's design was hilarious, and I love the way he gets really excited about silly things. Have you guys been playing Animal Crossing? That's a time burner. I've been playing that a little bit with my kids. My daughter got it, and we're all just kind of the multiplayer on it is really interesting because you can either have multiple switches, so it's on Nintendo Switch. You can have multiple switch consoles and visit each other's towns, which we only have one. So basically, if you only have one, you can only play with one person at a time, or you can do like followers. So like I could just follow my daughter around while she does stuff, which is, I don't know, it's just okay. It's not the funnest because you feel like a kite like flying behind her, you know, like it's just I don't know, the multiplayer locally, the multiplayer could be, I wish it was split screen or something like that, but it is what it is, and it's still fun to play with my fam, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's see. I want the edge of the blue to be the lips, but they're curving in. That's not too bad. I'm gonna say I don't want it to curve in too much. And I'm going to change this. I love the ZBrush materials. I'm going to turn on ZBrush gray just so I can kind of see the fall off of what's happening here. And without any teeth, he looks like he's singing. Ah. Okay, let's smooth this out again. I think that curve is working pretty well. Let's grab the cloth brush. Now my chat program isn't telling me how many people are on. Are you guys watching okay? I saw some YouTube a little bit ago, and some Facebook. Marty's over there saying hello, but I don't know if, and it looks like mostly Twitch, but I don't know if the live stream's working. Looks like Mixer's working, but I don't know if anybody ever really watches from Mixer. That's a new streaming platform. Okay, before I go crazy with these, I want to merge these together. And I want to kind of work this out. Yep, working good over there. Hey from YouTube. All right, awesome. Okay, thank you for verifying that that's working. Okay, so let's get, and I don't really need as much of a face mask on this guy because he's not really going to have eyelids. If I were to make him animated and make him have eyelids, I'd probably duplicate the eyeballs and make half a sphere for the eyelids. So I do want to make the face mask, but just like this, like not too crazy. I need to go a little bit more to cover that. There we go. There we go. Seems that, yep, everybody's kind of solemn today. What's going on, you guys? Do you have any questions? just like trying to chill. All right. So let's see what that gives us. Okay, so let's stitch everything together. Reset our gizmo. Remesh by union. Accept it. Okay, well, that's pretty good. And then let's nothing better than a nice stream. You know, a lot of people tell me that my voice is kind of really relaxing, kind of I don't know, Bob Ross style, you know, just kind of, you can just listen to my voice while you're sculpting along, hopefully. I hope that's what you're doing. So yeah, just a fun guy on a chillax day, right? Okay, let's Z-remesh this. I'm going to turn this back to skin shade 4 so we can actually see what's happening with our groups. Okay, and then I'm going to turn on keep groups, and I'm going to crank this up to about a 10. Should be quite dense, but that's okay. Not bad. Now I'm going to use this new, I should have used this before, but I bought this plugin called Easy Remesh by Polyjunky. It's really, really good. I didn't use all the other features, but this one I want to use, which is called Clean Mesh. And I want to click on that, and it cleans it up. It's kind of like a polish by features a bit, is what is happening. Oh, thanks, Neil. You got me that time. All right, I'm also going to mirror and weld this puppy too. Okay, so what's going on? Mirror and weld. Okay, it looked like it's adding a crease down the center, but it's not. It's just extra loops. So that's okay. Yeah, extra loops. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna hit half it on here. There we go. Looks like we just have one weird face, but that's pretty good. That's not bad. Okay. Sometimes when I load a project and add new IMM brushes, they appear negative. It makes me crazy. So make sure you're not holding down Alt when you add the insert multi-mesh brush, because it will add them negative. That's what happens when you, here, let's do it. Like that. See that? It's like inside out, backwards. Just don't hold anything down when you draw the brush on, or else it will make a negative shape. It's like reverse normals, negative. So when you Z-remesh it or whatever, it would actually negative Boolean that object out away from the rest. So that might be what you're doing. Hopefully that's what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of these creases, and now we're all combined together. We're good to go. It's not that? I don't know what it could be then. That's very strange. Okay. So I'm going to push in this ear now. QMesh polygroup all. Just offset that a bit. And then smooth this side out. Now we can just get back to making this guy look better. Okay, let's smooth down his neck. And then start working the chin in and all that kind of stuff. There's something strange in your neighborhood. I don't know why that popped over there. Let's use a cloth brush to kind of bring that. I don't know that I'll have enough geometry to do it, maybe. So, are any of you playing Animal Crossing right now to pass this quarantine time away? Just curious. Or Doom. You guys playing Doom? That's appropriate. Okay. Keeping this chin to be more round and pull this out. Did you play Doom? Well, a new Doom just came out, is the one I'm talking about. Oh, right, Ori, I haven't played that yet. I have a friend that worked on that. Well, one of the streamers that actually streams on here. So I guess she's an acquaintance, not really a friend, but consider all sculptors friends. But yeah, I want to check that out. It looks really nice. A new Half-Life today. What? You're kidding me. Oh, Ori is 100% recommended. Awesome. What are you playing it on? Console? PC? Steam? Give them some lips here. Xbox, okay. You guys can't hear me? Like at all? Can you guys hear me? My my audio's levels are pinging high, so hopefully you can hear me. Maybe reload. A little quiet. I can crank it. Whoa. Just dropping stuff. I can is that better? Crank the volume up a little bit. That's better? Okay. All right, sorry about that. I cranked my microphone volume up a little bit more. Seems fine on YouTube. Okay. Okay, let's this guy's fun. So it's really tricky to get characters with eyes like this because they don't follow the rule of one eye in between your eyes. So usually the proportions of eyes, you have one eye's worth of space between the two eyes, and that's kind of your rule of thumb as far as how far apart you should put them. But when you have these two just kind of spheres sitting in place, kind of like Garfield eyes, if you remember Garfield, it's a little more difficult to do in 3D and get them to look appealing because, you know, it's gonna look like a Muppet essentially. Make these I'm gonna try to do, not that Muppets are a bad thing, it's just kind of hard to get to look right. Okay, let's see. I'm just wanting to, I forgot to put these ear cups back here. That's not working. Okay. And then I usually like to take the pinch brush and just kind of pinch this around like this. Yeah, maybe something like that. It's weird because when I concentrate too, I get quiet. There we go. Kind of accidentally touched the front there. Good thing about having polygroups is that you can easily mask them by turning on the gizmo, holding down Control, and tapping on the polygroup that you want isolated. Just want to pull this deeper into the ear, this back. There we go. Okay, now we have our bits obviously too high. He's not doing enough of that. Let's pull the nose down and then pull these eyes down. There we go. That's feeling better. Oh, this guy cracks me up. Okay. I kind of want to just get that, see this throat from ear to throat shape or to neck shape. I kind of want it, I have it going on here, but I kind of want to continue it from the side just to continue that feeling of no chin, you know, like weak chin, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And now my my eye mask loops are too high, so I'm going to pull them down around the eyes. Yeah, sometimes I feel like a golf commentator. On the 18th hole now, stepping up to the putt. Going for birdie. How's it going? Okay, let's get the cloth brush. Turn down the... Might be too low. Yeah, we're getting there. How are you doing in these crazy times? I'm doing okay. I am, yep, just there's too much crap going on, that's what. But as far as my immediate family is concerned, we're just kind of doing our thing. My kids are already in online school, so that part of it wasn't too big of a change, which I'm thankful for. But like I said earlier in the stream, we've had an earthquake and just some other personal crap going on. It's not fun. But yeah, how are you guys doing? You guys holding up? I find that doing art and sculpting helps a great deal, because then you can just get lost in it. You know, kind of how the songs go. They say, forget the world. So just get lost, put on some good music, get lost in your art. Or in a good video game, or, you know, hanging out with your immediate fam. You're at home with the virus? No. Sorry to hear that, Matt. How are you holding up? Are you doing okay? It's not what I want to hear. It's been better in Poland. That's good. Just a heavy flu. Yeah. Man. Hopefully it doesn't get into your lungs and do bronchitis or pneumonia, whatever. None of that. Okay? None of that. just take care of yourself. Please. Okay. I'm just going to do the eyebrows now. Oh, what's going on here? It's like overlapping strange. Where is the middle? Okay, there we go. In your senior year in university, and the online class kind of sucks. Not the best for preparing for my graduation. I hear you, Jimmy. I have a senior in high school. Even though he's doing online, he's probably not going to have a a graduation ceremony, because it's a gathering of large people, so that just kind of stinks. But it's better than getting people sick, you know. So we'll do what we got to do. Let's see. Split unmasked points. We have no virus at home so far. That's good. Yep, no virus here yet. Hopefully it stays that way. My assistant in the UK had it for a while. Scared me to death. But she's recovering now, so that's good. So if any of you students on here know Donna, she's doing well. Okay. And she's a type 1 diabetic, so really concerned for her. But she's doing okay, so that's good. Okay, so I love how this guy has a unibrow. Yep, we were all pulling for. Scary there for a minute. Okay, I'm going to extrude this just like we always do and subdivide it down. I think what I might do is split this edge into two, and you'll see what that does here in a second. So if I do not split, maybe bevel edge loop complete. Okay, and then if I hit a D, it's going to kind of pull this edge in, and then we can do, let's Q mesh a poly on here. Do group by normals like this, because I just want to kind of extrude this piece up a little bit. Get that. Do I want that? I'm trying to decide if that's the look I want. I don't think so. I think this is good enough. I'll just pull these out a little further. They put me in isolation very soon, even before the lockdown, because I'm high-risk patient. That's good, David. Stay safe. Hey, what's up, Tony? How you doing, man? Dude, it's been forever. Thanks for dropping by. How is it in your neck of the woods, my friend? Staying safe, I hope. I used to work with Tony back at a place called Glyphics on Advent Rising. Miss working with you, man. Miss our walks and our talks. Solving the problems of the world one walk at a time. All right. Busy as always. That's good to hear, man. Good to hear. Busy. At this point in time, busy is probably the best way to be. 16th day. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Kind of a what do they call that? A captured audience? What? All right, let's get some color on here just for fun. All right, grab this nose color. The eyes and the brows. It's a weird. I want to take it into brown. Let's go brown. He looks like Bert, kind of. Hey, Bert. Maybe in that. There we go. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. All right. Let's do the inside of his mouth. Whoop, guess I gotta select it first. Hey Lewis, how you doing? Okay, let's do this. And then does it go out all that way? Let's see. Maybe I need to put in another loop to contain that poly paint. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do an insert edge loop right here, really close to the edge. And that'll keep the color from bleeding out a ways. There we go. Kind of a little trick. Looks like we have some bleedy color out here though. And that's just from the loops being too far away from each other as they go, or I might have accidentally painted here. So let's do opposite. Oh, what? Okay. There we go. Cleans it up. Hey, what's up, Chris? I've been going for about 47 minutes and counting. Not too bad. Okay. Yeah, I did. We have daylight savings here in Utah, and that happened 2 weeks ago. So schedule's off a bit. Yeah, some noob, are you affected? Did you say that? So I'm going to grab this color and just kind of hit, even though it's not colored that way here, I just want to warm him up a bit and make his ears a bit red, just so they look like subsurface scattering a little bit, a little on his chin through here. All right. So now I just want to bump this eye thing up a little bit more. Okay. Let's get his pupils on there. Oh, these eyes have subdivision levels, so you can't draw and insert multi-mesh on something with subdivision levels. So I'm going to go down and delete the higher. And then we'll draw them on here. And then split them off. Now they're just spheres kind of sticking on the top of the surface. Okay, and then we can subdivide or turn these back, the dynamic back on to these eyes. And these teeth. Get the teeth in here. Grab the color of them so they're already that color. Let's see. I need to reset the gizmo first. There we go. Hey there. Sorry to hear that, some noob. So, are you trying to stay away from Corona as well? Being that way, I hope you don't have both. All right. So being drawn from the side like this, I have a couple other pictures of him. So this is kind of cheaty. I'm trying to figure out how they both go down both sides. Oh, you really like Substance? Awesome. Yeah, that's fun to play with. Let's see. I'm just going to look at him really fast. Da, 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 da. Come on, Twitch. Where are you? Twitch folder. Oh, there you are. Okay. He's drawn like that everywhere. Yeah, still 3 teeth. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do our best to make it work. Where'd my chat go? Okay. This character is from Gravity Falls. It's good to hear some noob. Yeah. I bet. Okay. Okay, let's see. So he's got I kind of want to give him one big tooth in the front and then have just 2 going back that way. So yeah, let's do that. So let's do Anyway, this is a character from Gravity Falls. He is the deputy. Deputy Durland, I think his name is Deputy Durland. And he's just like this hick guy that's just hilarious. So I wanted to model his design. Really funny. I'll duplicate this tooth, make this back one a little smaller. Actually, let's go local symmetry. A little taller. All right, let's give him one front tooth. Okay. All right. So I need to move these other teeth closer and fill that out, but I kind of like him having one tooth. I think I'm going to put it to one side though, so it's not just one right in the center. Okay, so let's group. You can do a split hidden that way, so you can split it into its own group. Then we can do auto groups and turn off symmetry for a moment. Just mask this one tooth. Just pull it over to add some interest. Give him a gap tooth. He looks like he'd have a gap on one side. Thanks, Black Scorpion. I appreciate it. Okay, let's make his front tooth just a little longer and a little thinner. Okay, same with these teeth. Make them a little longer. Okay, let's give him a tongue now. Grab the color. Select the head. Tom Cruise tooth placement. I can only imagine. Well, let's see. Before I do that, I want to turn it forward. Back and scale it down. There we go. All right. So we're making good time on this guy today. It's been an hour almost. And this is how far we are. Okay, I want to split this tongue off as well. All right. He has one practically in the middle, no joke. Nice. I just how they draw it, you never really see it how it is. You know what I mean? It's always like cheated, so you don't ever see his back, the other side of his teeth. So you never know. It's kind of tricky. But all right, I want to take the pinch brush and pinch around his ear. Pinch his ear. Just a little bit. And one more time, just a shameless pitch is I teach a course online. It's called the 3D Character Workshop. I have over 1,000 students. I'm almost to 1,500 students now, believe it or not. Crazy. And it hasn't slowed down. It's been the love of my life. That's all I do. For my full-time gig is I train people and help people learn how to make stylized characters like this for video games, 3D printing, you know, toys, little miniatures. A little bit of film. I've never worked in film, so I just get into film a little bit, not too much. And but I teach it the best I can, and I have a really extensive course. A lot of my students are in here today, and you can go download my user interface and these brushes if you'd like. I give them away for free, and I'm also running a very small promotion right now just to help you through this coronavirus shutdown where we're all kind of inside without anything to do. So I've given you a 10% discount on my course if you use the coupon code BESAFE. That's BESAFE. And that I got that idea from my buddy Matt Thorup. So sorry, Matt, if I stole that from you, but it was a good idea. So anyway, yeah, it's on right now, the promotion, for an unseen amount of time yet. I don't know when I'm gonna not do that anymore, but hopefully you guys it'll give you something to do, and you can get in there and start sculpting away. It'll be a lot of fun. And I'm just working on a brand new forum, and I gotta kind of show off this forum because it's amazing, and it's in beta right now. But we're very, very close to pushing it to live. So let's see. And we kind of based it off of ZBrush Central. ZBrush Central is a really good site. So this is what the new forum looks like. You can already see there's a whole bunch of people posting in here, doing practices, and just, yeah, it's been a blast. So it's up and coming very soon. So I had to just show that off for a second. Not too long, just a little. I'm glad you like it, David. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I think it's gonna help everybody out a lot. So awesome, Matt. Very cool. We also have a Discord channel. We're trying to figure that out. I think we might start a new Discord channel because the current one's been a little bit compromised. So we'll have to see, because I want to integrate them both together. I don't know why I'm saying this on my live stream, but oh, thanks, Nightbot. You can go watch the Lion King presentation, and you can watch the Lion King on Disney Plus right now. Saw that. You're lobbying to get my course for your birthday? Awesome. Yes, yes. Well, we're all in it together, right? So you can play Animal Crossing. I think my kids are right behind me playing Animal Crossing in the next room. So you're not the only one. Okay. So for this hat's being cut off a bit by the image here. So let me pull in another one. Let's see a full body here. Come on, get it. put it in there. There we go. Okay, wow, this is a low resolution guy. Okay, I should show you guys that. Okay, so how to, if you've downloaded an image off the internet like this one, and it has this completely solid background, you can get rid of it. And you'll also notice that some of the black, the 100% black, it goes transparent. So if I hold it over this guy's face, you can actually see the black has gone transparent, and you can see the head back there. So how do you fix these two things? Well, there's two ways to do it. You can go to intensity, and you can crank the intensity up until the black is completely filled in like this. And then you can go to paint, which is right here. And then you can hold down Control plus Alt and click and drag on the background until the background goes away. And you can do it here and here. And now he's like a sticker, which is cool. You can just kind of put him wherever you want, float him around. You can't really do that with images like this, where it has all this background stuff happening. It's better to do this in like Photoshop or something else, where you can actually either paint the background 100% black, or you know, just paint it solid background where you can do the paint thing again. So hopefully that helps you out. I love having these images here that I can eyedrop off of and stuff like that. It's just nice to have. So hey Havad, how's it going? If that's how you say your name. Okay, so let's start with a sphere with this, or not a sphere, a cylinder with this hat. Okay, drag it out. Actually, let's grab that color first. So if you want to eyedrop a color off of here, you need to have this ring showing. So in order to show the ring, you hit Z or Z on your keyboard, and then hit C while you're hovering over the color you want, then hit Z again to hide it. Now when you insert a multi-mesh, it's going to be whatever color that you currently have selected. And you can hold down Shift to snap it. And then we can just start editing from there. Make this little brim. And kind of, I'm looking at the distance between the eyebrows and the brim there. Okay, now it gets a little tricky. Solo this. Well, let's split unmask points. And this is what we have. Okay, what we can do is do a group by normals, which is going to put a new group on the bottom, the top, and the edges. And then we can use these groups. I want to do a Z modeler and do a QMesh polygroup all would work fine. Just pull that up a little bit. And with the gizmo showing, I can hold down Control and tap on this new polygroup and then scale it down. And that will create kind of the thickness of the brim. Rim, whatever you want to call it. And then we can go back to our Z modeler and QMesh, which is kind of like an extrude. Extrude it back up maybe a couple times. And every time you extrude it, if there's already a crease there, it's going to add that crease in again later. So I don't necessarily want that crease. So what I'm going to do is go to my Z modeler. I want these other creases though around the brim. I just don't want these. So I'm going to hover over an edge, go to crease, edge loop complete, hold down Alt, and then tap on it to get rid of it. There we go. Okay. And let's QMesh this one too. Just doing the same thing as I did before. Whoop, looks like it made the same group. Have you added group mask to quick menu? I think I need to download your most recent version. Quick mask? I don't know. This is what my menu looks like. And this is what I have under masking. I haven't added the quick mask stuff yet. So it's really easy to edit. There's actually an Ask ZBrush video on making menus like this. And it's super duper easy to edit these menus and put in there what you want and take out what you don't. In fact, I recommend doing that because it's a good exercise. So, hey Dark Knight, you too. Okay, so now with this, I think I'm going to subdivide it once and then get rid of that lower subdivision just so I have more to work with. Okay, I'm going to leave the brim how it is right now, just flat on the bottom. Okay, then I'll use the snake hook brush to kind of shape this hat to be more like a county mounty hat, whatever you want to call that. Oh, thanks, Neil. Is that the Ask ZBrush video? There we go. So I'm just kind of wanting to shape this so I can put a badge on it. Seems a little tall to me. Let's get mask lasso. Maybe scaling it would work better. All right, I don't know exactly how these hats go in the back, but something like that'll work. And then he needs a band. And I can use existing geometry to make that band from, so even though it goes up in the front, we can fix it. So basically what we can do is duplicate this hat. Here, let me save this. I haven't saved him yet. Deputy, what's his name? I don't know, Deputy. I can't remember his name. Deputy, I want to say, I keep wanting to say Dursley, but it's not Dursley, it's Durley. Deputy Durley. I think I might do a mini getting started stream with a few of them. Awesome, Chris, that's great. You should. Deputy Durland. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, like I said, I kept wanting to say Durley. Okay, so let's, or Dursley. It's Durland. Thank you. Okay, duplicate. And I don't know who is the original designer of these. They kind of look like Steven Silver, but I don't think they are. So basically, I'm going to hide that ring, invert it, then delete hidden. Now I have a ring. I can turn on double, and then just nudge these back down into place. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Okay. And this will become the band, so grab Z modeler and just Q mesh this out, this thickness. Now he's got a floating band around his head like an angel. Hey, what's up, Pedro? How you doing, man? Okay. That looks like a Dixie hat. All right. Fill it with that color. Subdivide it down. There we go. Now he's got his hat. What time we got? 1:10. Vec, I am yeah. When am I gonna do a full character like my first streaming? So here's the thing, and I wasn't gonna talk about it yet, but since you asked, I guess I will. But what I want to do is I'm reserving full characters because I'm thinking about doing a very, very low cost Patreon. And then I would do like a subscription style thing and then do full characters in that Patreon style stream. So, and I haven't worked it out yet. But I have a whole bunch of plans to do some full characters that way. So let me know if that sounds like something you'd be interested in or not. Hey, Chicken Hawk. How's it going? Yeah, I'm just looking for the smoothness there. Okay, I feel like his eyes are a bit on the large side. So let me merge these together. Ooh. I think that was an earthquake. That's the third one today. We've been having aftershocks. That felt like an earthquake. But they've been blasting for new homes just like right across the way. So it could be blasting, but that's the third mini quake I've felt. Did you hear it in the microphone? Hey, what's up, Angry? Yeah, it like thumped the whole thing. Holy crap. That's scary. Jeez. Thanks, 2020. What else can you give me? I don't want to ask. Okay. Shrinking down the eyeballs before I freaking had an earthquake. Is that no, my mic's shaking because it's connected to my desk, and then when I hit this, it shakes. So a little smaller, a little closer. Let's see if that looks any better. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and overlay it. So this is what we can do is turn the opacity way down, scale this way up. And then just kind of get this into place. See how off we are. Hey, not too bad. Let's turn on perspective and turn it to 50. That's closer. So I need to give him more of a smile. And yes, I need to shrink his eyes. Okay, let's shrink his eyes. Whoop. Okay. That's better. Let's give him more of a smile. Looks like his hat needs to be bigger. Yep, but that's pretty close. You can also look at him like this. Get that gizmo out of there. Yeah, let's give him more of a smile. Get his hat bigger. All right. It's always good to check yourself. If you have the means, check out your proportions. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I'm gonna merge the hat with the band. So we can scale that together. Okay. Yep, before you wreck yourself. Chris, oh, the new site's awesome, like the new forum. Yeah, I was just showing that. We're just showing that off to peeps. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. Okay, you know what? I think I need to increase the brim size. Not, yeah, perspective is still on. So the rim, I need to increase the rim size. So do this. And I want my gizmo, this is another little trick. I want my gizmo to be in the center of that masked portion so I can scale it out. So if I hold down Alt and I click on this little Google Maps icon thing right here, it's going to center it in the mirrored half. So what I have to do is I have to turn off mirror, then click it, then turn mirror back on. I can reset the gizmo. Now it's in the center of the masked area for real. So now what I can do is just scale this brim out like so. That's better. And I want to bring it down a little bit too. Okay, there we go. All right, now I can bring, his eyeballs, just this eyeball stuff right here. I don't know what you call it. Okay, and then I'm gonna give him more of a smile. He's such a kooky guy, which revealed more of his teeth. So let's move his teeth. Okay. All right. So his teeth are no longer symmetrical. And this is a crazy thing you can do. So basically when you're hiding and showing teeth and masking and all that kind of stuff, or different objects, I should say, not teeth, but when you're doing that, there's this crazy way to do it and an easy way to do it. The easy way, it just takes a couple clicks. So basically what you want to do is hold down Shift and Control and then just tap on the things you don't want masked and then mask the things you want masked and then unhide everything else. That's the fastest way. But there's also this kind of silly hidden way that if you don't want to go through all those steps, you can show the gizmo, hold down Control and tap on the object that you want. Then, this is the total tricky part, is you hold down Control, tap on the one that you want to add to your unmasked selection, okay, and drag towards the one that wasn't masked, and then hit Shift. See that? Shift, 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 and then let go, and now both of those things are unmasked. Yeah, that's a super crazy hidden thing. Okay, I'll do it one more time for you. I hardly ever use it, but this is one of those cases where I might use it. So show your gizmo, Control click one of the objects that you want unmasked, Control click the one that you want to add to that unmasked selection, drag towards the unmasked one before, hold down Shift, let go, and there you go. And you can do that over and over and over again, as many polygroups as you want to continue to add to that unmasked selection. So yeah. Is it easier to make eyeballs small and adjust them up rather than down on characters in general? Honestly, it's easiest to get them as close as you possibly can. They're just going to end up either too big or too small. It's very, very rare that I get eyes correct the first time. And like I said, usually they're too big. It's just my tendency to make eyes big. So with me, they're usually too big. As far as what's easier to edit later on, it doesn't really matter too much. Just continue to work forward and try and do your best to hit it in general. And if it's not right, then you just fix it later. There we go. Move him up to his smile. All right. This guy's cracking me up. That's good. Okay, so let's make that little badge. It's kind of a simple badge. I think I just want to make it out of what? How do we want to make it? Maybe a sphere. Just a light sphere right here. Light meaning low polys. Let's grab this color. Drag it out. Turn to the side and then squish it down. And then we'll just grab our snake hook brush and work it. You know, it's interesting, probably, I don't know how many of you do this, but a lot of people tend to overthink things and overthink how to go about creating something when it's just as easy as like slapping a sphere down, shrinking it, and moving the parts around. So try not to overthink things when you're sculpting. Just think about, okay, what's the closest thing to that shape that I could make, and then you think to yourself, well, out of those ways I could do it, what's my favorite? What do I like to do, right? Do I like to squish spheres around, or do I like to draw topology on the surface? Do I like to use existing geometry? You know, how do you like to do it? There's no like tried and true, you have to do it this certain way. My art director from Disney used to always say, art is messy, and it's totally messy. Very, very messy. Wise words from ye old Jeff Bunker. So, so just there's not really a perfect workflow for every single character. In fact, I don't think I've used the exact same workflow for any character. So, and that makes it hard as a teacher, because I essentially just teach all of the methods that I can possibly teach, and then you get to pick and choose. I'm like adding tools to your tool belt. And the other thing that is bad about that is some of my students will get overwhelmed with, you know, there's so many things, so many different ways I can do it. Which way is the right way? And there's not really a right way. It's just your way, the way you discover. And as you try things, you're like, ooh, I really like that workflow. I'm going to keep using it here and there, you know, and and then maybe you'll find another workflow and adjust. And that's still how I do it. I'm still adjusting my workflows every single day. So yeah, don't get yourself brain locked into how do I do this? Just try something. If it doesn't work, try something else. That's kind of the best advice I can give you. Mine's make a mess and send it to Shape for feedback. I don't know, Neil. That's I think that used to be how it was, but I think you're really accelerating fast. So I wouldn't beat up on yourself too much. Okay, I want to give this guy just kind of a pear-shaped body. I still have like 30 minutes for this guy. He's going really fast. So I want to just kind of start working on his body and see how far we get, maybe with just a block out or something. So let's give him a skin colored block out. That'd be fun. You know, I think I'm going to do an appendage, since he's shaped like this pear, which is kind of what an appendage brush insert multi-mesh is shaped like, but it's upside down. So let's flip this around. Gonna stick it on the bottom of his neck there. All right. It's cool too using the snake hook brush, because the snake hook brush is just kind of another variant of the move brush. It's just a little squishier, and I like it. That's the thing with the early ZBrush sculptors I ever saw. They all started with a sphere, never worked for me. Yep. So and that's kind of that's how I teach. Is I teach with primitive objects this way, and teach how to combine them together. You know, it's kind of like those old when 2D animators would draw cartoons, and they would need to give themselves guidelines for how to draw a character as it turns in space, and they would give themselves little landlines, like little markers that would tell them where things are, and they would draw their characters as simply as possible, and then they would add all the detail on top of that. So then they could turn their characters, and the spheres with the lines on the spheres would give them their maps where they would, you know, it would give them the map to draw the detail on top of. And it was a really unique and fun way to draw simple characters. And it's interesting that that same technique works in sculpture, where you can just start with really big primitive shapes and then build up from there. And it keeps you, it keeps your brain straight. It doesn't let you get lost in the weeds of the detail, you know. So I love it. Okay, split down mass points. Look at this, is disturbing. Yeah, the long bendy arms are really fun. So let's see. I'll do another appendage for those. Oh, looks like I drew them on the head. I need to draw them on the body. Just want them to be part of this one. All right, let me save this. Okay. Oh, now I messed up the... So I got to tell you guys this. Sometimes when you have done a split map, like split and unmasked points or split by group or something like that, and then you undo it, like you hit Control Z to undo something that you've done that you didn't want, sometimes it will bring back the geometry that you actually split off. So for example, I have his head right here. Let me solo it so you can see it. Here's his head. But if you look at this one and I unhide it, his head is still in here because I hit Control Z. So I need to get rid of this head. So I'll hide it and then do a delete hidden. So that's kind of one of those gotchas that you might run into, is it will accidentally bring that back from from being lost or whatever. So, okay. One of the ZBrush quirks. Oops, I wanted to reset. That's what I undid. I need to reset this gizmo. There we go. I'm going to keep his arms kind of at a higher angle so they don't collide into his armpits as much. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. So I'm doing all these accidental things that are good, because if you run into them, I can explain what's going on. So yep, that's why sometimes you have two heads. It reminds me of the Blizzard original Warcraft, the two-headed ogres. Anyway, so basically, if you have your gizmo showing and you've already drawn an object, if you select another insert multi-mesh object while the gizmo is showing, it will swap it out for that object that you chose. So that's not what I want to do. So just make sure you hide your gizmo if you're going to draw a new object, so it won't replace the one that you have currently. Okay. And I'm just going to put these placeholder hands in here. You know what I'm going to try, actually? I did this the other day and it's kind of fun. Is instead of putting hands in there, I'm just going to make the hands just grow from the end of this arm. And then add the fingers to that. So yeah, take note, Neil. I was going to tell you about this. So it was just something I was playing with, because you have kind of this extra geometry down here. You can just inflate it and then just kind of squish it and shrink it and shape it into that arm, because one of the biggest things I see that new sculptors accidentally do is the transition between the forearm and the hand is bad. Like it goes like whoop whoop, like an hourglass, and that's not how that's not the transition. That's not how it looks when it transitions. So just keep it all one shape, and then you will not accidentally do that, is my theory. Okay, so let's just do that and just kind of bring it out towards the front a little bit. There you go. All right, now let's do the legs. Oops. Looks funny because it's skin colored. Let's reset this gizmo. birthday suit, deputy. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, let's just inflate this down here a little bit, even this out. Got pretty straight legs. And then the feet. Let's put them on a little bit of an angle here. Okay, got a fun butt there. It's kind of got some weight to it. Squish it up just a bit. Hey, what's up, UKV? How's it going, man? Oh, all right. Not too bad. I'm virus free for the most part right about now. So that's good. Nope, I have not. I'm quarantined, self-quarantine. I'm staying in my house unless I have to go out. So I hope that works and I stay, my whole family stays inside. Stay in your house, people. Okay. Clip curve brush, just clip the bottom off of that. All right, let's check his proportions with this guy. This pixelated guy. Let's do the opacity. Okay. Let's turn on perspective a little bit. It looks like I made his body too big by quite a ways, but his legs are about the length they need to be. Okay, so let's shrink that body up. Shrink that body. That spot looks really funny. Oh, good. I'm glad. It is that. Yeah, it is that serious. So that's good. Okay, let's turn off perspective. I love how high his belt is on his body too. What's up, Ghost? How's it going, man? You don't want to you don't want to see that, huh? Thought you did. Oh, sorry. You hate feats? Oh yeah, feats are not fun. Wild thumbnail. I wasn't even looking at the thumbnail. Oh, you're talking about the thumbnail on like Twitch or whatever? Oh, it's too funny. Naked. It's like all right, let's get him some clothes, shall we? All right. Let's I'm going to combine them together first. Just his body. All right, let's duplicate it. Let's go. Reset this and do remesh by union. Accept, turn on symmetry. And this is what we have so far. All right, now. yeah, there's a lot of not so smart people happening right now. Okay, so I'm going to delete lower. It's going to make it this thick. And I want to, I'm going to try this new plugin that, let's see, why is this here? Go away. Called Easy Z Remesher. And basically what you can do is you can define where the loops are going to be when you remesh it. So what I wanted to do was I was going to kind of just define, this is completely, you know, practicing. That's what I use the stream for, is some testing and stuff. So let's see, I'm going to testimate this. High, let's see, that's probably pretty good. So testimate pretty much does what you see here. It's kind of like a Dynamesh, but it adds triangles as well. And then what you can do is draw, oh yeah, for sure, David, 100%. I'm going to make this white, fill it with white, and then make this black, and use my draw brush. I'm going to draw some loops on here. So I'm going to draw a loop where the, let's see, I'm going to turn on Sculptress Pro just so we can get tighter lines. Okay. Let's see. Whoop. So this uses the polygroup it feature, which is super cool. Okay, I'm going to do one around the shoulders. And it does polygroup by paint. And we'll do one around the wrist. And you have to make sure your shapes are closed. You can't leave them open. Okay, and then where his belt is going to be, I want one there. So pretty high up here. I'm actually going to do two of them. Okay, and then that will be his pants, and then his pants come down. I'll put one around where his legs connect to his body. It'll probably make one there anyway, but just to be safe, let's put one there. And then where the pants hit the boots, there's another one. Yeah, this is a plugin created by PolyJunkie. Not very even, but that'll work. And then, just for fun, I'm going to make one right here, just a circle for the collar. And then for the boots, I'm just going to leave them alone. I mean, I guess I could put one where this connects right here. And you can do this with face topology too, which that's what he demoed it with. That works really well. So this will be the sole. Do that one more time. Better. Okay, so now what we can do is, come on, oof, there we go. Okay, so now what we can do is we're going to remesh this, but we're going to make polygroup it from paint first to define our polygroups. So I'm going to hit that, and it's just going to pop it out into an external thing that's doing it behind the scenes. Then it comes back and we got our polygroups. Okay, so now I want to weld, mirror and weld, so it's the same on both sides. Okay, and now we can do, I'm going to do a 10,000K resolution, and then I'm going to hold down Alt and click on this Easy Remesh It. Okay, so what that does is it's going to testimate it again behind the scenes, and then it's going to use those polygroups and then remesh it at 10,000 polys and using those poly groups as a guide. So I kind of want to use the slice it version. You can see it says slice it down here. If you have slices through your geometry like I just made, slice it works a little bit better as a result. You'll get a better result. So it does take a little bit of time when you're doing this. Just doing some micro polishing. That's just polishing between the groups as it's Z-remeshing. So here goes the Z-remesh progress. Hope it's not making the stream skip. Taking too much of my CPU. Almost there. You guys still with me? Hey, what's Petro? How's it going? It's going well. Stream's running fine. Awesome, Chris. Thanks. Fine at the moment. Okay. Sometimes when my CPU is really heavily hit, it causes my stream to chug a little bit. Chug a lug. There we go. Okay. So check this out. Let's turn it to white so we can actually see. Okay, so it did an okay job for the most part, but looks like we have a little bit of issues happening here. But that's about it. A little bit back here, right there. Okay, so now what you do is you hit clean mesh, and it cleans it up a little bit, and then you hit half it. And what I like to do to hit half it is hold down Alt to do the alternate Z-remesher, and then it'll start cleaning that stuff up. See that? So now it doesn't have those issues as much. So you can also do an undo and then just do the regular half it and see if you get a better result. That's a little better. And then you can just keep running that. I'm going to try slice it just to see if it does a better job. That's not bad. It's pretty good. Okay, so now that we're at this point, what we essentially have, yeah, it's the same as the half underneath Z-remesher. It's not the exact same. It's doing a little bit under the hood. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but yeah, it's doing a little bit. And slice it just kind of takes the slices into account when it's doing its Z-remesh. I don't know what it's doing. I just know the results are good. So, okay. So now what we have is our mesh that's been split where we need it to be split. So yeah, it's just magic, just glittery magic. That's what's happening. But now I can use this to make his clothes very quickly with. I can either use the mask it function, which is if you have like say a Dynamesh mesh or a Sculptress Pro mesh that has heavy density that you can actually paint a mask on top of, that mask it works really well, and it will automatically give you an extracted Z-remeshed mesh with thickness and sharpness. It's really cool. But for this, what we're going to do is just quickly make this this shirt. So we can go duplicate, hide the original, and then just hide everything that's not the shirt, because we have the cut lines in here now, right? So we can hide that, this, and the soles. So now we have this shirt, and then we just say delete hidden, and now we can edit the shirt. We can add thickness to it if we want. We can adjust the collar if we want. So it's kind of, oops, I have Sculptress Pro still turned on. And then I can just make the collar from that ring around the shirt if I wanted to. How we got? About 15 minutes left. Okay. So I'm just going to adjust this shirt a little bit. And you'll notice that when you hit clean mesh, it automatically puts creases between the poly groups, and that helps it clean it up a little bit. So now I can just grab this color and fill it. I think it shrinks it slightly, but not too much. I mean, you're going to have some mesh damage, you know, some collateral damage as you do it. But for the most part, it works quite well. I'm very impressed with it. Okay, so I just want to bring the sleeves down a little bit. Come on, grab it. And these are a little thin front to back, so. Okay. Just want to pull this out around the neck. I should have done it before, but. I'm pulling it out and then just hitting smooth just to push it back in just so it can kind of start to form that collar. There we go. I could possibly even Z-remesh it at this point and get, you know, closer and closer to a better result, because you can see how these edges are just kind of getting weirded out. But for the most part, it's okay and functional. It works. Okay, so now we can do the same thing. Just go grab, not the naked body, but this body, duplicate it again, and hide everything that's not the belt, and delete it. And there we have our belt. We can add thickness to that. And again, we'll do all the details later, like, you know, the holster and the buckle and the tie and this little patch and the tie, you know, all that, or the collar, all that stuff. How would you do if you would make characters' eyes for game animations? That's a really big question. There are several ways to do eyeballs for games. Usually it's just a sphere that gets connected to a bone, and the bone animates the eyes going around. That's usually how it's done. But as far as how to build the eye out, there's several ways to do it. This could be a game character even. How often do you stream now? I try to stream every Monday. Last Monday I had some technical hurdles, some technical issues bad, so I ended up not streaming, but usually. Okay, what's going on? Delete. Okay. Do you have any videos on that topic? I do in my course, not public. So I teach an online course, and I have videos there where I talk about eyes. Sorry, I don't have any public. Okay, let's grab this guy again. And let's make some pants. Duplicate. Come on. And there's our pants. Well, sorry, that's part of the boots. There's our pants. Delete hidden. And we can color them this color. Where's our belts? Let's grab our belt. Make it this color. Oh, I didn't fill my pants with that color. Kind of horrible. There we go. Fill the belt. It's kind of a blue colored belt. Weird. Okay, let's do it again and make the boots. Duplicate. Delete hidden. Thanks, Neil. Yes, I'm running a promotion right now. That's 10% off the course. I know it's not that much, but every little bit helps, hopefully. It's 10% off with the Be Safe coupon. If you type that in there, you get 10% off. I'm just doing that for people stuck home, quarantine. They want to get some training. Forgot to grab the sole on these pants. Duplicate this again. Thank you so much, Angry. Appreciate it, brother. All right, delete hidden. There we have the sole. Now here's the boots. Okay. So now we just need the arms from this naked body. But we'll just use the arms from this one. Duplicate it again. And grab his arms. And we have his arms. Okay. So that was fairly fast to make a body, right? Not too bad. And these are all just single-sided pieces. So that we can then add thickness to later on whenever we're ready. What the heck? Stop it. Like that. There we go. I just wanted to thicken up these sleeves a little bit more. Let's use the inflate. Just kind of inflate them up a bit. The dangerous thing about inflate is it gives you this arc as you inflate things that you might not want. You just have to be careful. But again, for the sake of not overthinking things, like with this tie, we can just grab this shirt, grab a, and close this now, grab a sphere and just draw it on here. Here, let's grab the color first. There we go. And shrink it up. Grab our snake hook brush and just kind of shape it into place. I guess we can lay it back on the shirt a bit before we do this. And I wonder if we're going to have any more aftershocks. Jeez, that was crazy. Aftershock on a live stream. They've been around 3.0s. Crazy. Okay, so for this lower tie, we can just use an appendage if we want. Squish it down, rotate it into place. And it's almost there. About like this. Yeah, this tie is telling me that either his collar is too tall or his body is too long because his tie is way shorter than I have it. Give me too much space between the buckle and the tie. So just some things I need to adjust. Probably a mixture of both, all of them. Make his shirt a little taller, like maybe bring his belt line up a bit. That's probably what I'll have to do. All right, 5 more minutes. Let's see if we can make a quick collar out of his shirt. Let's duplicate. Yeah, right? Duplicate the shirt. We're just going to hide everything. Delete it. And we'll just use this maybe top 2 rows. There we go, these top 2 rows. Okay, delete hidden. And then just nudge this around. Let's use control to inflate this. And extend it down. Then we can just pull it out by hand, just slowly. And push it in on the top by hand a little bit. And I'll just probably have to go back and forth between the tie and this collar. Get it to look good. Let's grab move instead. This is sometimes move. The snake hook sometimes is too fast. You just want more subtlety, so just use the move brush. Pull this back. All right. So something like that, and then we'll just continue to, like I said, build out the details and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, I think his head feels a little too tall, so I'm gonna have to go in and do some adjustments. One thing we can do is I'm gonna try it right now. Just gonna mask off the lower portion of his jaw. I feel like his jaw is a little too longish. Okay, and then I'll hide all of this stuff that I don't want to move, like his arms, boots, pants, belt, all of those things. I don't want to, yeah, I do want to move his hat and all of this other stuff. So, okay, so I'm going to move all this stuff down. I'm going to show the gizmo, turn on these pizza boxes, and then move this whole thing down just a little bit. There. Okay. Now I can show everything. Oops. Naked. Cross perspective. Adjust this a little bit now that it's been warped. Smooth it out. All right. What's his name again, Neil? Deputy Durland? Is that his name? Durland? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And stay safe. Stay home. Don't infect other people. Please don't get the virus yourself. If you have the virus, please recover. Do your best to recover. I know these are trying times. We're all doing our best. There's, you know, a really good way to get out of your head is to sculpt and have fun and create some art and listen to some good music. And like I said, not to do another pitch, but I'm doing a 10% off my course right now with the coupon Be Safe, so you can get 10% off that and learn how to do some sculpting, take your mind off things. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a rough time, but we're all in it together and we can get through this, guys. So, yep, you're welcome, everybody. Thank you for the stream, or thank you for hanging out with me during the stream, I should say. And one more time, if you want my user interface and these brushes, you can go grab them over at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. They're free and you can grab them there. So, and yeah, Nightbot is just reminding us that MPC's presentation on their workflow for Disney's Lion King is now on YouTube. It's really, really good. It's really in depth, and you can go check that out. And you can also watch it on Disney Plus, Lion King, the live action version. So you're welcome, Chicken Hawk. Stay safe. Like I said, stay indoors, even if you think it's just a flu. You don't know how many people you could accidentally affect, and yeah, so please. And we'll see you next Monday. All right. Take care, everybody. Cheers. It's been awesome. All right. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.